y'all! Today we're going to be doing our spider legs illusion makeup tutorial. It was requested by a few people, so I'm excited. This is my third Halloween doing this, and this year is definitely better than every other year. You know, you just improve as you get older. So I've already done my base. I've done my primer on my eyes. We do have a candle today going. Let me pull it over here. It is the Pumpkin King by Folklore Fragrance. It smells amazing. It's a soy candle, and I love them. I have like 7 of their candles or so, and every one is amazing. So go check them out for sure. So what you're gonna need is your palette for your smoky eye. So I'm using the Morphe Jacklyn Hill, what is it called? Dark something. Dark Magic? Yeah, I think it's called Dark Magic. It doesn't say it anywhere on here. Oh, there it is. Dark Magic. Palette for the smoky eye, and for this is going to be for one of the shadows as well. There we go. You're going to need, you don't have to have this, but I like it if you want like some staying power to the shadows. A cream contour palette. You really just need like a dark shade. You don't need this whole thing. It's so messy. Oh my gosh. You just need a dark palette or a dark cream contour color. You can use a darker concealer, whatever works for you. Your brow pencil, or you can use a white one as well, just something to sketch out where your legs are going to be. A black liquid liner and a white. These are both by NYX, Epic Ink and Epic Wear. You'll need like a little detailed brush to help make your shadows, and I think that's about it. So I'm going to have the smoky eye part I can totally talk today, sped up because I don't need to see all that. First, before I do that, because I've already done my base, I need to make sure if I have any fallout that I can just wipe that away. So I'm taking some of my setting powder and just putting that a little extra underneath here so it will catch whatever powder falls. And I just got cat hair in my eyelashes instead of it sticking to our base. I'm like, yeah, I already powdered this area, but the extra does not hurt to help protect it. Because this is just going to sit on top and we're going to wipe it away. There we go. Wipe that off of me. Alright, so now we're going to speed this up and I will be right back. smoky eye on, I'm going to take my brow pencil. It doesn't matter as long as it's not too dark what color it is. This is just like the 3.75 from Benefit. You definitely want it to be skinny. And then I'm just going to sketch it out. So we're going to have our legs kind of pointing in this way. We're going to start on the inner corner with the smallest one. They're going to go, and I don't think these are technically its legs. These are just its like jowls, its pinchers. So we're going to go up and in. Right? And you're going to only take them down to about where it touches the black. So we're going to start here. And, you know, they're organic, they're a creature, they're not going to be perfectly straight, perfectly symmetrical. These are two different spiders, so they don't even have to be twins or sisters, like cousins, nothing. They can be strangers from down the street for all it matters. So we're just gonna go out here. You do want to make these front ones just a little bit shorter, right? Because they're gonna basically be like short, long, short. So you kind of make like a little like semicircle thing. And then we're gonna give it a little just like that. And then we're gonna match it from the bottom, because his legs are probably about in the same spot. I found it's easier to go up right there. Right? It's like that. You can kind of make it like bend like that. I kind of go straight. Kind of like, I don't know, little broomsticks, I guess would be the best way to put that. Oh, work. There we go. I'll do one from the corner. Something like that. So now that you got your base, I'm going to take our black liquid liner. I'm going to pull my mirror over here so that I'm not trying to do this in the phone because it's too difficult. Actually, and let me clip this curl out of the way so that I'm not fighting with it. There you go. Lovely. Okay, so again we're going to take our black liquid liner and we're just going to follow what we did, right? But we're going to actually draw like on top of the brow. And again, this doesn't have to be super perfect, super precise. Honestly, these front ones are probably a little bit thicker than Others. Something like that. And you kind of want a little bit of that because they're hairy, right? Like spiders have hairs. Super cute. So now we're going to draw our hairs on too. And just don't overthink it. That's the big thing. Like I'm just doing tiny, tiny little hairs, right? And you can kind of like turn it upside down. And just kind of push. Almost like you're just like sketching it out, kind of. Get some hairs. And when you get to the brow, like it can be kind of hard to like draw a straight line, so just kind of like how we did with the bottom, kind of push it in like that. That way you're making a line and not disrupting your pretty brows that you drew on. The more curves you give it, the more shadows you're going to have to do. So keep that in mind. Okay. Make that one a little bit chunkier. a nice chunky leg. If you feel like it's too chunky, you can always take your concealer and just kind of clean it up. Right. Easy peasy. Your concealer is your erase. It's the easiest way to explain that. We got his hairs. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now that we have our shapes on, now we're going to look at the shadows. Let me grab this real quick. Okay, so, oh, I forgot his little chompers. No, he needs his chompers. There we go. Okay, now he's done. So now we're going to think about our shadow. So I'm going to grab my cream contour, right? I'm going to go in with the dark one. That was the wrong brush, this brush. Okay, so you don't want to blend, and you want to have a space in between the shadow and the leg, because if you put it right up against the leg, it's not going to look like as 3D, right? So everywhere we have a bend, we're going to create a shadow. So we're going to start here. It's so hard for me to talk. Okay. Right? And we left that little white space. So grab some more right here. And you can do this with shadow. I'll do it with shadow here in a second and show you, so you have that reference. You can always stabilize your hand with your pinky. So we're going to go from about here down to here. I'm going to make this a little more pointed right here. There we go. So we're going to do in here. And then remember, shadow eventually connects to what it's shadowing, if that makes any sense. Okay. Here. You can totally just draw a straight line like that and then add a little triangle. And that's going to help it look more like it's following that leg shape. Okay, we got a big one here. Right? And look at that. Yeah. Yeah. You're doing the thing. I know it. I can feel it. You got this. I'm going to do a little V and draw it that way, connecting both ends. I don't know, I feel like I have to close one eye to do this. Right? If you smudge it, it's fine. It's all good. Now we're going to bring it up here. Because we had that bend right there, so we need to add that shadow below it. We're getting there, y'all. Okay, now we've got two up here. Where'd I put my pinky? So we're going to connect it. And connect it. Right? Yeah. You. Okay, now we're going to do this guy. And connect it. Now, if you're like, oh my god, I didn't leave any white space, what am I gonna do? Take another brush, a small one. That one's not small enough, hold on. Let me actually grab a small one. A small one. And grab a light shade, your concealer shade. And you can kind of carve out that space, right? Remember, concealer is your erase button. It also kind of helps add a little bit of highlight. There we go. Cool, man. Now, if you get any of the shadow in the black, just go back over it with your pen. Oh, that's difficult. Okay. It's like there's like a little lag in my phone, so there we go. Alright, this guy a bit bigger. Alright, last step is creating the big highlights, right? So we're going to take our white, get a lot of the goop off of there because it comes out and it's like thick, right? Thick with two C's. So we're going to take a lot of that out and we're just going to go boop, 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 kind of. And then you can kind of press it, right, to kind of smudge it a little bit more. It doesn't really matter where you put these. I'm sure there's some method to the madness. Right. And notice I haven't even dipped back in there. We're not worried about all that. Right, you can see how that just adds kind of like that focus almost. There we go. And that is your spider tutorial. You're not going to put any dots on your chompers. That's it. I wouldn't add any lashes because you don't want to take away from the spider. I mean, you can do, I guess, like some natural falsies, but that's about it. Not too difficult, super organic. Don't have to worry about making it super perfect because it's all about what it looks like from a distance, right? So there you go. Of course, y'all are welcome to message me if you have any questions, concerns. Tag me if you try it. Definitely use your setting spray. Oh, a point. If you want this to be long wearing, don't go dewy and don't with your foundation or skincare or anything like that. You want to be more matte with your skin. So like I use like this foundation today, the Infallible Pro Matte, because it is matte. Like, there's no satin dewy finish to that one. As well as your setting spray. Like this one is super dewy, so I wouldn't use it. I would just use my All Nighter setting spray from Urban Decay. That way it just has more longevity to it. Because if you put something on top of something that's dewy or heavily moisturized, of course it's going to smear, it's going to rub. With your liner, try to use like a waterproof one. This one's really good. The Stila one. The KVD Beauty. I keep wanting to say Kat Von D, but she doesn't own it anymore. So I can't use her name, which is fine with me. Yeah, I think I covered it all. Maybe. Oh, let me take this out. So that looks dumb. There we go. But yeah, play around with it. You can even use like maybe like a red instead of the white would be kind of cool. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, again, let me know if you have any questions, concerns. Tag me if you use this tutorial, if you recreate it. Let me know. On this side, you would just go in like that. So same thing, just reversed. So not really the same thing, but kind of the same thing. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I will see y'all later.